Good morning to all. I hope you all are safe at your home and keeping yourself healthy. I, Ms. Gunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcome you all to the revision classes of English text, and today we are going to revise chapter 5, that is The Mask, chapter 6, Brown Wolf, and poem number 2, that is After the Storm by William Wordsworth. So first we will revise chapter number 5, that is The Mask. So the main characters of this chapter are Faluda, Topsy, Rajan Babu, with whom the incident happened, Tinkori Babu, his paying guest, Dr. Phony Mitra, his regular doctor, Mr. Goshal, an expert in antiques, Prabir Majumdar, Rajan Babu's son. So let's see how are these characters being involved in the story. So the first is Rajan Babu, an amiable old man. So I would like to say that in this chapter we are talking about an incident which happened in Darjeeling, where Faluda, who was a detective, and his cousin Topsy were there in Darjeeling when this incident happened with Rajan Babu. So Rajan Babu was an amiable old man, or I can say a very good natured person, a very friendly person who was living his life peacefully in Darjeeling. Now what happened? He was having a paying guest also, Tinkori Babu, which was recommended by one of Rajan Babu's friend only. So a paying guest was also staying in Rajan Babu's house, that was Tinkori Babu. Now what happened? A threatening letter sent by post to Rajan Babu. Now a threatening letter was being sent to Rajan Babu by someone. On that letter it was written, "Be prepared to pay for your sins." It was written over there. In that letter it was written, "Be prepared to pay for your sins." So after this letter, was very frightening for Rajan Babu. He got very scared. So on this thing, what happened? Faluda and Topsy investigated. So after investigating a lot, they were having 3 suspects. So who were their 3 suspects? Dr. Phony Mitra, Mr. Goshal, and Prabir Majumdar. So Dr. Phony Mitra's suspicion. Why they suspected Dr. Phony Mitra? Because after getting scared, Rajan Babu will fell sick and he will call a doctor, and he was not in a very good practice of medical. So what will happen? He will get sick and then he will be called regularly for the checkup. So that was the reason for money. They suspected Dr. Phony Mitra. Now the reason for suspecting Mr. Goshal was that Mr. Goshal was an expert in antiques, and means that he used to sell or purchase the things, the old kind of things, the ancient things which are of the past. So Rajan Babu was also very fond of these antiques, and he would like to purchase it from the person. And Mr. Goshal, according to Tinkori Babu, Mr. Goshal was a crook. He was I can say he was a dishonest person. So हिंदी में बोलूँ तो मैं वो बदमाश था टिंकोरी बाबू के अकॉर्डिंग. So Tinkori Babu thought that Mr. Goshal was a crook because he used to cheat people by selling the things in higher prices to the foreigners. So that was the reason for suspecting Mr. Goshal. Now what was the reason for suspecting Prabir Majumdar, which was Rajan Babu's son? Because at that moment of time Prabir Majumdar was there in Darjeeling only. They both didn't live together because of that his son has been caught stealing things at their own place only. So that was the reason. From that day only they both were not living together with each other, and that was the reason for suspecting Prabir Majumdar, that was Rajan Babu's son, because he was in Darjeeling only that time. Now what happened after that, another incident happened that he saw a masked face leaning over him. Who saw? Rajan Babu saw in the night. Now after that he called Faluda and Topsy. Now after being there, they got to know that Tinkori Babu is going to leave for Calcutta because he is not getting, if he postponed the flight, he will not get flight for next 10 days. So Tinkori Babu had to leave urgently for Calcutta. Now after that they both decided, that is Faluda and Topsy decided that they will stay at Rajan Babu's place only for that night to investigate about the whole incident. So they finally in the day they were all search about the evidences they can get, and after that when they came to Rajan Babu's place, they were resting. So what happened? Faluda and Topsy sensed something unusual. So what happened over there, that they sensed something unusual when they were trying the masks that were kept on the walls of that room. So when they were trying, they got to know that has been something unusual over there. What was that some unusual? That that mask was smelling of cheroot, which is a kind of a cigar which was being taken by Tinkori Babu. So they got to know that the real culprit was whom? That was Tinkori Babu. They just suspected. But after that, how their suspicion got confirmed? They got to know that the real culprit revealed. The real culprit was revealed. That was Tinkori Babu. The reason for Tinkori Babu doing all these things was to make Rajan Babu realize about the thing that he had done in the past 50 years ago, like the thing he had done 50 years ago. So when they were child, they have participated in a race, and Rajan Babu has just thrashed him in that race. So that was the reason for doing these things for Tinkori Babu, because he was very much hurt physically and mentally. So that was the reason for Tinkori Babu to do this thing. He wanted to make Rajan Babu realize what feeling it gets when you are hurting somebody. So that was the thing, that was the reason for Tinkori Babu to do this thing. So the real culprit in the end was Tinkori Babu, which was his paying guest. Okay. Now this was a chapter. Now we are going to mark the internal questions of this chapter. Question number 1. Who was Rajan Babu? You can mark this question on page number 41, and the answer to this question is given on the second point. You can see over there the first 2 lines of that point. Rajan Babu, an amiable old man, was living a peaceful retired life in Darjeeling. As I told you, what does amiable old man means? That Rajan Babu was a very friendly type of a person. He was a good natured person who was living a peaceful retired life in Darjeeling. So question number 2, you can mark this question on the next page, that is page number 42. What did the letter say that came to Rajan Babu? As I told you in the previous slide also, that what was written in that threatening post that was sent to Rajan Babu? Be prepared to pay for your sins. You can mark this question on the first point on this page, that is page number 42. Okay. Question number 3, who was Mr. Ghoshal? You can mark this question on page number 42 itself. The answer is Mr. Ghoshal was an expert in antiques, as I told you this when we were going through the chapter also. So these are internal questions. Please do it in your rough copy and mark it in your book as well. Okay. Now we are moving to the copy work of this chapter. This has been sent to you as a PDF with the explanation video. Okay, question number 1. After all, he's already had one shock, and who received the shock? What was it? And what was the speaker suggesting? So this line, who has received the shock? And what was that shock? And what was the speaker suggesting after that? The shock was received by Rajan Babu. He received a threatening letter with words cut out from newspaper. The letter read, be prepared to pay for your sins. The speaker was suggesting Rajan Babu should not be told that his son was in town so as not to upset him further. So what happened, the shock was received by Rajan Babu as he had got a threatening letter by post on which what was written, be prepared to pay for your sins. If this letter has been sent to you also, you will also get scared. So same happened with Rajan Babu also. So the speaker suggests that Rajan Babu should not be told about the presence of his son Prabir Majumdar in Darjeeling itself only, as it will upset him more. So that was the reason for not telling about the presence of his son Prabir Majumdar over there in Darjeeling. Okay. Now next question. Why do you think Tinkuri Babu actually came to Darjeeling? In what way did the purpose of his visit change? So why do you think Tinkuri Babu actually came to Darjeeling? So Tinkuri Babu came to Darjeeling to perhaps take a holiday. He had came over there to spend his holiday, to take a holiday, but when he found out that Rajan Babu was the same person who tripped him, he decided to use the opportunity to take revenge. So when he got to know, when he saw the old pictures of Rajan Babu, he got to know that he was the same person who has tripped him in the race. So he finally decided that he will take revenge from Rajan Babu. Okay. Question number 3. I can tell you how I spent the night. Who said these words and what had happened to frighten him so? So these words were said by Rajan Babu, and he had woken up in the middle of the night to the sight of a masked face bending over him. So as I told you, he got very much scared when he saw a masked face leaning over him, bending over him in the middle of the night. So this scared him a lot, and that is why he said this line, that I can't tell you how I spent the night. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Question number 4. Why was everyone surprised to find out who the culprit was? So why was everyone surprised? So everyone was surprised to find out who the culprit was because from the very beginning he only showed care and concern for Rajan Babu. He also very cleverly provided several reasons for others to have committed the crime. So everyone was surprised because Tinkuri Babu used to care a lot about Rajan Babu. He used to show so much of care about him. But and he also cleverly just made the suspects to the other people that they must have committed the crime, कि crime उन्होंने किया होगा, वो जान करके cleverly तो बहुत चालाकी से ये चीज़ करता था ताकि किसी का शक उस पर ना आ जाए. Okay, this is question number 4. Now question number 5. Would you agree that Faluda is a good detective? Give reasons. So was Faluda a good detective? Yes, he was. So yes, Faluda is a good detective. As soon as he visited Rajan Babu, he made a list of people that were in touch with him to find out if anyone had any motive to frighten Rajan Babu. He even investigated Ghoshal as he was getting some new antique pieces. This tells us that he was quick to act and was methodically in his approach. So Faluda is a good detective, I can say, because he used to make lists. As I told you, he had 3 suspects. So he made a list that who used to come to meet him regularly and who can be the suspect, who has the reason to frighten him, to make him scared. So he made a list of all that person who meet him regularly. So after that he just suspected Mr. Ghoshal because he was going to purchase new antique pieces. That was the reason for suspecting Mr. Ghoshal. And what happened? This tells us that he was very quick to act. And he worked according to the methods. Okay, so this was the reason for Faluda is a good detective. Okay, now moving to the reference to context. I suddenly sensed the presence of someone else in the room. My blood froze. So who said these words? So Faluda's cousin Topshi said these words. So these lines were said by Faluda's cousin, that was Topshi. So they both only investigated about the case, right? Second, why was he terrorized? Why was he scared? Why did he get scared? So he was horrified to see a ghost-like face leaning over him. So he just got scared because the ghost-like face was leaning over him. So who was that person? That was Faluda only. Okay. Was someone playing a prank on him? No, Faluda was the one wearing a mask and leaning over Topsy. No, nobody was playing a prank over him. So Faluda only was the one who was wearing a mask and leaning over Topsy, but was just trying out the mask in the room. So he was just trying out the mask in the room over there. Now we are moving to the another chapter, that is chapter number 6, Brown Wolf. So the main characters of this chapter are a dog named Wolf, which he got the name as Brown also later. We will see how. Second is Walt Irwin, Madge, his wife, Madge was Walt Irwin's wife, and Skiff Miller. So let's see how are they related to the chapter. Now, story about a dog who was named as Wolf by a couple because of his color. So I can say that this is the story about a dog who has came to a couple by losing his way. He had came to a couple, that was Walt Irwin and his wife Madge. So he had came to them after being lost. So that couple has named him as Wolf because of his appearance, because of his color. So the dog was very unsociable and it resented all their advances. Now the couple, that was Walt Irwin and Madge, loved the dog very much. They loved the dog very much, but what happened? The dog was very unsociable. He didn't like to meet people and had resented all their advances. Like whatever effort they try to be friendly with him, he had just disliked all the efforts whatever they tried to be friendly with him. Now what happened? The remarkable thing, every time he fled, he went towards north. So after that, what happened? That when the dog recovered, he was very tired. That's why he stayed at their cottage only. But when he recovered, he just fled from there. But there was a remarkable thing that whenever he fled, every time he fled, he went towards the north direction only. And after that, what happened? That Walt Irwin just attached a metal plate to the collar of the dog's neck, because on that it was written, "Return to Walt Irwin, Sonoma County, California." This was written on the plate. So whenever he tried to disappear, he was just caught and returned back to Walt Irwin. So now what happened? Finally Walt and Madge succeeded in getting close to him. So finally, after a futile year of unsuccessful flights, after like trying a lot to escape from there, the dog decided that he will stay there only, at their mountain cottage only. And finally Walt Irwin and Madge were also very familiar. They also succeeded in getting close to that dog. Now what happened? They saw, now when one morning when they were going for a walk, they just saw a man who was coming into the trail, who was just coming on that way. So that person asked him about an address of Mrs. William Johnson. So he was Mrs. William Johnson's brother, who introduced himself as Skiff Miller. So that person was Skiff Miller. So now what happened? So the dog, which used to stay away from people, that dog just came, just make up to a stranger. So that was very shocking for all of them over there, Walt Irwin and Madge, that they have never seen that dog make up to a stranger before like this. So means he was getting interacted to that stranger, who was according to them a stranger for the dog. So after that, they got to know that the real name of the dog was Brown, who was a lead dog. A lead dog means a sledge dog, and that person was the owner of that dog. Okay, so his name was Brown. Now the name is, we have got the real name of that dog was Brown, which was a lead dog, who was a lead dog, he used to lead the team of dogs who were going whenever they are going for sledging. Okay, so after that they got to know that the real owner of the dog was Skiff Miller. So now what happened, they just got scared that might be possible that Skiff Miller will take the dog away from them. So the deal was struck between the couple, that was Walt Irwin and Madge, that they will let the dog decide with whom he wanted to stay. So with whom he wanted to stay. Now that the dog only has to decide about this thing. So what happened now? The final decision was made. Now the final decision has been made by the dog. But before, he tried a lot that Walt Irwin and Madge and the Skiff Miller should stay together only. But when his trying got unsuccessful, he just made his final decision. He just went to his real owner, his real master, that was Skiff Miller. So that was the final decision made by the dog, that he went to his real master, his real owner only, that was Skiff Miller. So this is the story. Now we will move to the internal questions of this chapter. Please hold a pencil and mark these internal questions in your book, and you have to write it in your rough copies as well. Okay. Question number 1. Who loved the dog? This is on page number 53. This question is on page number 53. You can mark the answer for this question on this point number 2. First line is written over there. Walt Irwin and Madge loved the dog. So para number 2, you can mark this question. So question number 2, what was the name of Mrs. William Johnson's brother? So who was Mrs. William Johnson's brother? So that was Skiff Miller, who was the real owner of the dog. So this question you can mark on page number 54 and on para number 13. Okay. Question number 3, why was Madge amazed? So why was Madge very much shocked to see the dog very familiar to him? So page 54, this answer is on page number 54. Madge was amazed because they had never seen the wolf make up to a stranger before. So this answer is written on para number 2. You can mark this answer over there. So she was shocked because they had never seen the wolf or a dog make up to a stranger like this, because he was very unsociable, right? According to them, he didn't like to meet people, but because of that only they were very much shocked. Okay. So you please mark the questions in your book and please do it in your rough copies as well. Now we are moving forward to the copywork of this chapter. So first question, why did Madge and Walt have to work so hard to win over the dog? So why they have to work so hard to win the dog's love? What was the reason? Madge and Walt had to work so hard to win over the dog because he was very unfriendly at first and rejected all their attempts to make friends with him. Therefore, it took them a lot of time to make him trust and accept them. So, as I told you that the dog was very unsociable, he was very unfriendly, he don't like to meet people, and had rejected and had disliked all their efforts, whatever the efforts they try to be friendly with him, that dog just disliked all their efforts. He just rejected all their attempts to make friends with him. So therefore, it took a lot of time to be friendly with that dog for Walt Irwin and Madge. Okay. Now moving to the next question. In what way did Walt ensure that the dog would be returned to them whenever he ran away? So, Walt got a metal plate with his name and address written on it and fixed it to a collar strapped about the dog's neck, so that every time he disappeared, he was caught and returned. So, as I told you that when he used to just, when he recovered, he just disappeared every time. So, for this thing, Walt Irwin just got an idea. He just attached a metal plate to the collar of the dog's neck, and he just wrote the address and the name of himself on that metal plate, that whenever he tried to disappear, he was just caught and returned back to Walt Irwin only. Now question number 3. What did Walt and Madge notice about dog's repeated disappearances? What did they guess from it? So, Walt and Madge noticed that every time he fled, he went north direction. They thought perhaps that was where dog had come from and wanted to return home. So, Walt and Madge just noticed one thing, that whenever he just fled from there, whenever he got disappeared, he just moved in north direction only. He went towards north only. This is a natural habit for animals and birds, that when they used to go back to their origin only, their original place, original home only. So, whenever he tried to run from there, he just went towards north, and they thought that that was where the dog has come from, that was his origin. They thought that that dog must be living in that north direction only. Okay. Now, moving to the next question. Do you think Brown tried to tell Walt, Madge and Skiff Miller to stay together? What makes you say so? Yes, the dog tried to make Walt, Madge and Skiff stay together. He kept trying to first convince Skiff to stay back, but when he saw Skiff retreating, he tried to tug at Walt's hand in a bit to make him go along with Skiff. So, yes, he tried because he loved both of them, all of them only. He loved the couple also, and he loved Skiff Miller also. And because of that only, he just tried that Walt, Madge and Skiff should stay together only. So, when he tried to convince Skiff Miller, that Skiff Miller just ignored what he had done. So, he moved to Walt, and he was just pulling Walt's hand. It is written, he tried to tug at Walt's hand. So, he just tried to pull Walt's hand to make him go along with Skiff. So, that was the reason we can say that he tried that Walt, Madge and Skiff to stay together. Okay. Question number 5. Did the dog make a firm decision in the end? How do you know? Did the dog made a decision, a firm decision? Yes, the dog made a firm decision in the end, as we have seen in that video, that the final decision was made by the dog, that he wanted to stay with his real master, that was Skiff Miller. We know this because he ran after Skiff and didn't once turn back. So, he made a firm decision that when he went to Skiff Miller, he just didn't turn for once also. He didn't look back when he moved to Skiff Miller. So, that was the firm decision made by the dog. Okay. Now, this is questions. Now, we are moving to the reference to context. And this would have been the end of him if Walt had not spotted him along the railway line and brought him back to the cottage. So, first question, who is being referred to in the above lines? So, the narrator is speaking about the dog named Wolf. So, who had ran away? That was Wolf only, that was the dog named Wolf. He had run, the narrator is speaking about the dog named Wolf. Who is Walt? Why was he looking for him? So, Walt Irwin stayed in the mountain cottage and Wolf the dog arrived at his cottage from nowhere. Wolf the dog had been treated by him and Walt tried to win his love, but after recovering, the dog just disappeared. So, the reason for staying the dog over there at Walt's place was just that he was just tired and he was very hungry. So, that was the reason of staying there, and he had lost his way. So, Walt Irwin stayed in that mountain cottage only, where the dog had arrived from nowhere. So, Wolf the dog had been treated by him only. Walt and Madge used to love the dog very much. But they had tried to win his love also, but the only reason for staying there at that mountain cottage was that he was just very tired and very hungry, and when he got recovered, he just disappeared from there. See, why would that be the end of him? So, what has happened that be the end of that dog? Let's see. Wolf was very unsociable. Furthermore, he was found beside the railway line. He could have been hit by a train if Walt had not found him on time. So this incident has happened that he had tried to disappear from there whenever, as I told you in the above question also, that whenever he recovered, he just disappear from that place. So as we know that Wolf, the dog, was very unsociable, he don't like to meet people. So furthermore, I can say that when he disappeared from that mountain cottage, he was found beside the railway line. And if Walt had not spotted him over there, he must have died under the train. So he could have been hit by a train if Walt had not spotted him on time.